What's up guys? Welcome back. As you can tell from the title of this video, we're doing latte makeup today. Spoiler, here's the look. It is a bronzy brown. It's a latte on your face is basically what it is. I'm obsessed with it. I think you guys are gonna love it. It's honestly not that hard. It's really just combining the right types of products together. Browns, warm, goodness. I love it. I'm excited about it. I think you guys are gonna love it too. If you're new to my channel, my name is Sarah. Welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button before you go. If you're not new, welcome back and let's jump right in. Okay, so first things first, we obviously need to prime. I have been loving this duo lately, the Tula and my little Saie Glowy Supergel, but this is in the shade Sunglow. So this look is extremely glowy. I don't want to say shimmer because it's not necessarily shimmer, but there is like a good amount of like glow happening. I'm gonna do that. Actually, I'm just gonna do these two together on my hand, and that's how I'm gonna start. Just apply that with our fingers. Get a good base down. So you can immediately tell I have much more of a tan. We're matching my body a little bit more. I'm also wearing the most latte shirt I could find and drinking a matcha latte. Oh my God, a green matcha latte trend. Did I just discover a new trend? Okay, moving on. On top of that, we're gonna do e.l.f. We're gonna keep the glowy products going. We really wanna build on that. So this is the shade, I think this is 3, and I really wanna get a darker shade. I think a darker shade would be amazing for this look, but this is just gonna give a little bit more coverage than the last couple products and continue to build that intensity. I always forget this is such a beautiful complexion product too, like it evens everything out. Okay, next up, I gotta do my Thicket NYX. You guys know I'm obsessed with this stuff, and I do this in the shade Taupe. You can see this is just going to thicken these up. Look at the comparison, boom. Boom. But it's still pretty subtle, like it's not outrageous. Okay, and then on top of that, I'm gonna do my NYX Lift and Snatch pen. This is in the shade Espresso, and I'm just gonna draw on a couple more brow hairs to fill them out a little bit. Okay, brows are on. I'm gonna go on with my Dr. Jart BB Cream. You guys know I'm obsessed with this product, but I have it in this deep shade that I don't normally use because obviously that's much too dark for me, but I think I'm gonna mix this and make a little concoction in terms of like a little cream bronze. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of this, and I'm gonna try underpainting with this because it's super creamy and pigmented and hydrating and beautiful, and I feel like it's gonna be exactly what we want for this look. This is my Hourglass brush, and I'm just kind of carving out the cheeks and doing a little underpainting. I think I'm a genius for coming up with this. One thing I didn't think of, a little goes a long way, so I'm gonna grab a clean brush and just kind of buff this out a little bit. Are you guys seeing this? Did I just discover the most beautiful bronzer? That product deserves an award. Okay, so here is the bronziness I was looking for. I honestly am obsessed with how this blended out, and I am a little dark, but it's honestly fine because we haven't even done concealer yet. So we're gonna use Hourglass. Oh, I just kicked my camera, sorry. We're gonna use Hourglass for concealer. I do the shade Fawn. I had someone comment on my last video saying this gets cakey on them, and I was the same way. I had the same experience. Use less. And just use a really hydrating under eye cream. I've been using the Ren one, which I'll link for you, or which would be amazing, which I honestly should have used today. This First Aid Brightening Glow, oh my God, it's so good for the under eye. It's really brightening. It's too late for me to use it now. I felt the same way when I first used it, and then I just figured out I was using too much. Like, it's really pigmented. It's almost, not pigmented, it's really like full coverage. So almost as much as like a foundation. So a tiny bit goes a long way. Before I blend that out, I'm just gonna mist with my milk. Latte break. Guys, I started drinking these recently. They're from, well, it's a matcha latte. I used to hate matcha. Well, I still hate most matchas, but that one I love. I'm gonna link it for you because you can get it on Amazon, but it's from Kroma Wellness. You can also order just from their site. It has protein in it, which I've been trying to up my protein, and I'm obsessed with it. It's so yummy, especially as fall's coming. Like, it's gonna give, it's like a little spicy. It doesn't taste like grass like most matcha, and it's delicious, and it just gives me a little extra protein during the day, which I love, and a little bit of caffeine. I have it like every day around 2 or 3 o'clock. It's like my favorite little afternoon moment. Okay, see how that blends out seamlessly? You just have to use a tiny amount. Also think dampening your face and kind of using a setting spray helps. Okay, so now I have to decide if I want to use a foundation. I think I'm gonna use a tiny bit of the Giorgio Armani just for an all over, or do I use the Hourglass? I think I'm gonna use Hourglass actually, because I don't want a foundation on. So I'm using the new skin tint. I used this in my last video. You guys saw how obsessed with it I was. It's really, really nice. So I'm gonna just apply this like very lightly with a big fluffy brush. So I'm just kind of coating the tip of this big guy. This is one of my Amazon brushes. And I'm just gonna really lightly buff this into the skin. It's gonna give a little more glow and just a little more evenness to the skin. Okay, skin is looking great. We do need to set a little bit, unfortunately. I don't want to have to, but I know I have to. Givenchy Prism Libre is my glowiest setting powder. Just coating my little Amazon puff, tapping off the excess, and I'm gonna lightly set that under eye. And then any more that I want to set, like my lid, I'm just gonna use the excess on the puff, or I might grab, because the puff is gonna make it more like intense, I might just grab like this guy, get the excess that's in there, and just kind of tap the areas that I get oily with a brush. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Very minimal powder for this look. Okay, it's time for eyes. I feel like the eyes are kind of the star of the show for this look, other than the skin. We're gonna do Mario. I feel like a lot of people have this palette, and it's perfect for this. It's just one of the most basic palettes with the most, sorry, my nose is itchy, with the most perfect neutral browns. So I'm basically just gonna work my way around. I'm gonna do this one to just set everything in place and add some brightness in the corner. You guys know how I do eyeshadow. I literally just slap it on. Moving over here to this shade. I'm gonna keep this in the outer crease, kind of flick it outward. Building intensity, I'm gonna go down the shade right underneath that and do that in the same place, but kind of on the outer third part of my lid as well, and just really buff this in. I'm gonna bring the excess all the way through to here. If you have light eyes, like a blue or a green like me, this eye look is going to make your eyes pop, because we're using pretty warm brown shades. We got a little carried away with the amount of product right there, but it's okay, we're just gonna blend it out. I'm gonna carve out the eyes, basically going from the edge of my eye up to my eyebrow. I want this to be really lifted. All right, we wanna grab a slightly smaller brush, so anything that's like this size, because we're gonna go a little darker. We're gonna go here and mix these together. I'm gonna lean in so you guys can see. We're gonna keep this just focused in the crease and then bring this down onto the outer lash line right here. Just like that. Okay, just had to switch up my battery, but I basically just melted all that together with this shade right here because it's a nice warm brown, and I just blended that with a clean brush kind of all over to make it all blend together. And then we want to grab a small brush again, and kind of, I like to just mix all of the colors that we used, and I bring this down under the lower lash line and really smoke it out. I feel like this is essential for this look, is this lower lash line piece. Low key, this look is giving me flashbacks to like 2013. We were doing like fall makeup looks. Do you guys remember? Oh my God. It was like bronzy fall. Yeah, we took it very literally. All right, now we're gonna just dust away that powder, and I'm gonna blend all of this together so that this is kind of a straight line. These types of eyeshadow looks are just all about blending. Just continue to blend. I probably will keep blending even after we're done. Okay, last thing we're gonna do for eyeshadow is we're gonna use, where'd she go? Oh, here we go. It's the champagne shade of this Charlotte Eyes to Mesmerize. We don't need much of this because this stuff is so pigmented, but I'm basically just gonna grab a little tiny guy and we're just gonna hit that inner corner. You see what's happening? This would be really pretty fall wedding makeup. If you just did, I would do like the YSL All Hours Foundation, and this is a wedding makeup look. Okay, we're moving along. For eyeliner, I really want to try this YSL Crush Liner that they sent me. This is what it looks like. It's in the shade 2. I just want to keep this concentrated right on my lash line. And then we're gonna do the waterline. I like this eyeliner a lot. And then I'm gonna do the upper waterline as well. Boom. We love. Repeat on the other side. Okay, I don't even know if I would classify that as a wing, but I did definitely like pull it up a little bit on the outside. I am obsessed with this eye. Obsessed. We need a little more blending because I just see some lines and we don't want them. We don't want them. You're not welcome here. Okay, we're nearly there. We're just gonna curl the lashes, pop on a little mascara, and then do the lip. For mascara, we're going Jones Road, an OG classic. Letting that mascara dry down. For lips, we're gonna do a couple of these Huda. We want like not a super brown lip. We want this to be more like pinky, natural, with a little highlight. So I think I'm gonna lean closer to the pink on this. So this is the shade Pinky Brown. I think it's gonna be perfect. Yeah, it's literally my lip color, but better. These are very creamy. I'm gonna grab a little bit of my e.l.f. Halo Glow and do a little bit on the Cupid's bow because I just want to really like have this highlighted. Okay, and then for lip oil, or gloss, whatever, I've been dying to do the Tower 28 in the shade Pistachio. I just already know it's gonna be so good. Okay, last thing is blush. I want it to be similar to my lips, so I'm actually gonna mix my shade 1 Givenchy blush. We're gonna do a little of that to start because this gives the most beautiful sheen, and I really just want it like right here on my cheek, like just right here. It's so subtle, so it's buildable. It is so stunning. I actually don't think I'm gonna mix this because it's looking exactly how I want it to. And any excess, I'll kind of bring under my eye, just so it's really seamless from the under eye right to the blush. And then I haven't done any powder bronzer, so I'm gonna grab my Charlotte, and I like to use a little angled brush for this. I do shade 2. I'm just gonna push that in, set all that cream product in place. Okay, so the only thing I'm missing is the freckles, and I'm trying to decide if I want to do freckles. I might try. I just get so nervous, and I don't have a freckle pen. It just makes me very nervous, but I think I'm just gonna use my brow, this one, my little NYX Brow Pencil. Usually I can blend this one out pretty easily, and we'll just do these kind of all over the bridge of the nose and under the eyes a little bit, maybe a little bit on the forehead. Or bumps, you can use the freckles to kind of like cover them up, like create a freckle out of a little bump you have. I recommend a freckle pen for this, and probably not an eyebrow pen, but we're making do. Okay, so once most of those are on, I'm gonna give my face a quick little spritz, and then we're gonna blend them out. Clean brush, and I'm just gonna push these in now. I wanna like kind of barely be able to see them. I feel like this makes them look like a little more natural where there's makeup on top. So they're subtle, but you can see them. I think they're cute. Okay guys, so here is the final latte makeup look. I'm obsessed with how this came out. This is the fall smoky brown sultry makeup of my dreams. I feel like I haven't done makeup like this in so long, and I genuinely love how it came out. Like I just feel like a bronze fall goddess. I love it so much. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thank you so much, and I will link everything for you as always in the description box below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.